When will the work be finished out the?
Good question.
That is an excellent question.
What's is there a schedule that we're not on? or-
Well, we've seen two schedules. The original schedule said the end of December. Then when we told them we would stay closed, it moved up to the end of November. But I would be shocked. I don't know about Alex, but I would be shocked if the end of November was.
It's not that far away.
It's not that far away, and we were just pouring footers, so.
Yeah, I would.
So you're thinking what? For real?
January sometime.
Yeah, I would think more.
January.
I'd think closer to the end of the year.
We're hoping to get people in the building before the completion is done, though, before.
Like the office part, you can get people in.
Well, I mean, get patrons
Yeah.
back in the building before.
But even if you can't use the new kid area, you can get people
Yeah.
in.
That's what we're hoping. We have a meeting tomorrow.
If anybody can do it.
I know. I was harassing them today.
I guess I'll have to smuggle up to you because there's not very many of us here.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
Okay. I'm not getting internet here.
Is this it?
Try it again.
Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna get Beth on. Do you want me to try it?
Oh, wait, here we go.
Okay. Tell me when she's here. This is July's my favorite month for the treasurer, or for the financial report.
Except I did notice that one of them I did it to the August date. So I did run a new one if somebody wants to see.
Oh.
Just July.
I'm good.
Okay.
I mean, if y'all, I don't want to speak for anyone else.
I've got 15 stacks today.
Oh, there. I hear sirens.
And I had the alarm in the back was going off. Did you see that at all?
Which alarm is that?
The keypad.
Oh, that
It had-
doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, AC loss.
Yep.
So I just hit off, and it still had the message, but it stopped the buzzing.
Should likely be resolved. And it may have to reset it before they can set it, but, or we may have to reset it before we can set it, but it should be fine. As long as the power stays on. I think we lost a phase.
Okay.
Lisa, my friend that works at the Quincy, Illinois Public
Mhm.
Library, they're going to copy your button project.
Oh, really?
I had told her about it when I was up there, and then that article that you sent me,
Yeah.
and the online one, I said, this sells it better. And a couple days later, she said, we're copying your idea. I thought that was so awesome.
Yeah. That is good. Well, we copied it from somebody else anyway. Or somebody said, Allison Bemis posted something on her Facebook page about somebody doing one. Either it was a nurse, I think.
It's a great idea.
But let's see, she's going to do it. Don't know. All right, you there?
I'm here.
All right.
Yay!
Woo!
Welcome, Beth.
I'm popular right now.
You're always popular. Okay, we're going to call our meeting to order. And starting with our introduction of guests and remarks. Having none, we'll move on to additions and changes or changes to the agenda. Anyone? Reading of the minutes. Do we have a motion to approve them as written? Thank you, Jim. And second?
I'll second.
Thank you. So the minutes are approved as submitted. The financial report for July, our favorite one. Do we have a motion to accept the report?
I'll move.
Thank you. And Jim.
I'll
seconded
second that.
All right. All in favor, say aye. actually, I should have asked, is there any discussion? Did anybody have questions or anything about it? Have a look. This is the easiest one.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay, let's move right into our favorite part of the meeting, the report by our director.
All
Yay.
right.
Go, Lisa.
We do have a lot going on.
As
probably
always.
On this meeting in particular, because it is time to set our tax rate.
Right.
And for some reason, I did not make copies. However, they are showing still growth in Warren County. And so our compensating rate would keep the rates the same at 3.9 for property tax, 4.76 for personal property, and 4.3 for motor vehicles. And so I will say, and then I did talk to Keith a little bit, even though he's in Montana right now, about them. This is the last time that if we wanted to take an increase, this will be the last time we will ever be able to do it without fiscal court approval. However, we're in the middle of a pandemic,
Yeah.
and Warren County's still showing growth, so
I think it's playing right into our hands without having to,
yeah, my recommendation would still be to take a compensating rate, but
I like your recommendation.
Sure. So moved. You need a motion to do that?
Yes, we do, and then we can
Yeah.
talk about it some more.
I'll second it if you
All right, any other discussion? I know that we're still below libraries our size and even bigger than, and smaller. But across the state, we're still lower than them, but again,
What-
we squeeze
which-
more out of it than,
Excuse me, we're taking the compensating rate. What does it mean for us in dollars?
it would still, I did not do the actual, what I anticipate us to actually bring in.
but we know it would be at least what we had last year.
Yes, it
because of
should be
growth
at
that
least.
No, I'm-
we had.
I'm sure
But it
it's
would
a
be
gain.
about
Yeah, it
4
is.
point, for the last fiscal year, we brought in 4.4, I think, is what we
Yeah.
brought in.
Yeah.
I printed too many different copies. 4.4 million, which was 300,000 more than we budgeted for. And we have based our budget on 4.2 million this time in taxes. So, we should still get an increase, so we should be fine. I will say, there's a lot of talk about how many people will there be people who cannot afford to pay their property tax this year? I don't know that that's the case around here, I think we will be fine, but.
Well, I think we'll be even finer because we do budget below what you anticipate it to really be.
Yeah, fantastic.
Okay.
The growth.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anything? Aye. Okay,
Okay.
thank you, Lisa.
I'm gonna get you to sign, it's blank, but if you'll sign the form before you leave.
I can do it.
Okay. I will fill in those
nothing
numbers
but trust.
I just read to you. But I do know that they've already asked about when we would have them, so.
No problem.
But we just got them last week. We were also emailed, got an email from, Chip Sutherland, who helped us with our bond issues a few years ago. And with a recommendation that we look at, and I turned to Matt. This is why we have
I know,
Matt
I'm
with us.
real excited to hear about this.
About a refund, a call on them, and then a reissue. Matt, Matt looked at the numbers. Do you want to?
Yeah, I don't have the numbers, I wasn't on it, but basically it's basically a refinance of what.
Like you refi a house.
Yeah, so
but
a pre-refunding is what they were doing, weren't they?
Yes,
Pre-refunding the
What's
bonds.
the word?
It's pre-refunding, so usually what they will do is they'll take a portion of the money and put it in an escrow account of the bank. And instead of calling the bond, they'll use that money to basically call in the bond. It's just a different, on the statement, it's just a different way to do it. So if those bonds, I didn't look at those exact numbers in detail, but what's gonna end up happening is you're paying 4% interest
Yeah.
on the issue.
Uh-huh.
You can right now refinance that for 2. So it's a way just, whether you need to,
And how,
Believe that.
and how many years do we still have?
We still have 10 years.
10.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked like it was gonna save us about almost $10,000 a year cash flow, in our cash flow.
Yeah.
Um,
and if you don't need the debt, you can always just call it in and not refinance it, depending on what the debt is actually, I'm assuming we do, but there's no reason not to. We still retain the same rating? Warren
Yes.
County still retains the same rating? So you basically call in a higher debt, replace it with a lower debt.
Lower.
And what you're saving is the
I
interest.
think it's brilliant.
Okay.
It's money that they're,
Yeah.
Well,
that comes to us.
yeah.
So is this something that requires board approval to do? 'Cause
Yes, and I
it's-
would want you to help me with the wording.
Yeah. Why don't you make the motion?
Do you have his, do you have his original email? I don't
I
have it in front of me.
do.
Let me see if I can find it.
So that's like $100,000.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mine came from
Take
you.
time. We got nothing but time.
That's
Mercy.
just where you say thank you and move on, right?
Yeah, I assume it's something to the effect of
Here it is.
making a motion to,
Do you want me to write? You write. If you're looking, I'll write.
to pre-refund the library's outstanding Series 2011 bonds. Per the recommendation of the underwriter.
Pre-fund,
Pre-refund,
pre-refund WCPL outstanding series.
the outstanding Series 2011 bonds
At the suggestion
yeah,
of,
at the recommendation, at the recommendation of the underwriter.
and that's citizen, or, German.
It's Baird.
It's,
Oh, it's our,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Hilliard Lyons,
Yeah.
Hilliard
Yeah.
Lyons.
I'm glad they told us that.
They're all doing it.
They're what?
They're all doing it because interest is so low right now.
Okay, so that was a motion. We have a second to that motion?
Yes.
Or we could ask Beth. Beth, you want to play?
She's
You
shaking
can
her
second
head.
it, but I'll let you.
Okay. Okay. So all in favor of this motion, say aye. Aye. Thank you. So that passes, and we'll just be rolling in dough.
Yeah. Money,
Um,
money, money, money.
Yeah, don't get too
Money.
attached to it.
Yeah. Oh, I love when you've already spent it.
Next on the
I
agenda.
love it, love it,
Yeah,
love it.
next on the agenda.
Yeah.
Well, in reality, we've reached the point where we will need to take action on the Graham Drive branch, and
Yes.
then the
Oh, yay.
follow-up to to replace those services. And I have a beginning draft of a letter to Abraham, but I don't have a date on it yet. But I will say that I've done a little math on the cost per cert of items.
Uh-huh.
And like for our outreach services, the average, based on last year's numbers, the cost per cert of an item is $2.08, I think. And for Graham, it was $8.90. And so, I think we can clearly show that we can better use those funds to reach more people, which is what I've stated in here, is that we
And the
would create,
people that he wants, and we want.
that everybody
Yeah.
wants to have services. So we sort of need to have a plan for dates. I have not met again. Honestly, I just avoided meeting with him again.
With good reason.
But, you know, it would be good to have, I guess, a formal motion to move forward with the plan. And the plan would include what we would like to do, as you know, open the two satellites for sure, and we think a third one at the Learning Center.
And presently, the satellites are at the
Boys and Girls Club
Okay.
and at the Parker Bennett Community Center. Those are for certain. And we are fairly certain that we're going to be allowed into the Learning Center. The Learning Center director has agreed to that and is excited by that possibility.
At the
At the Housing
Housing
Authority.
Authority. Okay.
What involves a satellite?
A small collection, and then we have one librarian there 2 days a week.
How big is it? Is it like a room?
It's a room, basically.
And it's almost more like people can browse and take, check out stuff there, but I bet they almost do more ordering and bringing.
We would
the next
anticipate a
time.
lot of, particularly at the Parker Bennett Community Center, the adults in that community, we can use it during the day while schools are open, for adults to come in and use computers and to check out items or to pick up holds from those locations. The Boys and Girls Club has also said that before their students come in, their space can be used with adults, or they have a computer lab as well. So we would be able to offer, notary service, pick up holds, computer use. We can do programming. We're very excited about the community center space because they have such great space for lots of opportunities for programming. Even in the summer now, if we want to do a larger program in that community, we have to move it to one of those locations already. So, but we have to see it as a place to build some relationship with the children in that area because that's where they are. Yes, ma'am.
How many computers will we anticipate having? Like at Parker Bennett Curry, how many do we have there?
Well, we haven't decided on
Okay,
that
yeah,
yet.
okay, that's fine.
Because the Boys and Girls Club has a room of computers that has, I would say, 15-ish.
Whoa.
12 to 15 in their computer lab. The community center currently does not have internet access, so we would need to put in a hotspot there that we would, sort of control how it's used.
There's a couple of dumb questions. We're gonna put collections in these places, and we're gonna have a librarian go. What'd you say?
2 days
2 days a week.
2 days a week. What happens the other 3, 4, 5 days a week? I mean, are we secured? Does somebody do it?
Well,
The
Are
room
they,
is,
are they temporary?
the rooms will be, we can close and lock if we want
Yeah.
to.
No, okay.
People can't
okay,
come and
okay.
go unless
So we
we're
can
open.
secure, you're
Yes.
talking about
Yes.
computers, books, okay,
Yes.
all right. You answered my question.
Our hope is that we can, and I think the Learning Center in particular would like for us to train some of their staff members to check items in and out as well. So we would do that. It's just having access to people where they are.
Okay, what is this gonna do with your favorite friend out there now?
that's what we're talking about. This is
I don't
his
know.
letter.
Does
Yeah.
Abraham care about it, what it costs us? I mean,
No.
is
No.
that's just our justification to us? I didn't figure.
He doesn't. But his board members are going to have a hard time arguing with, I think,
Dollars and cents.
dollars.
Now,
And
they've
the fact that we're
already-
still there. Yes, I've already gotten a letter from
Right.
Rick DeBose.
Which I'm sure, or I anticipate, I'm not sure, I anticipate that Abraham asked everyone to write a letter, and Rick was the one that did it right away,
Yeah.
and the others forgot.
What was the letter?
He was asking us not to close that
Yeah.
branch.
Please don't close
Please,
it.
he pleaded with me not to close the branch. But, as I said, that's $100,000 that we can take and add. Not only do we get to see more, interact with more individuals in that neighborhood. But already, without what I'm going to ask you for, we can add 11 stops in neighborhoods if we reallocate those funds.
That'll move him. He doesn't care about per checkout, but when you say I can reallocate $100,000 to what you need and where you need it, that'll move his needle.
I
Or
hope
some-
so.
or the
I
board.
hope so.
Or
I
the
think-
board.
Yeah. He wants us to do both, but it does not make sense to continue to stay
It
there.
doesn't, and Lisa nailed the reason. He wants to keep Graham open, no matter how much money it costs and how much money we're
It's not his-
losing.
It's not his money.
Well, it's not his money, but also he has the bragging rights of having a library.
Sure,
And
sure.
so it's kind of a egotistical reason.
So how much more benefit can we now be when these kids go back on NTI?
Actually, what we're doing right now, and because we're reallocating those people, we have partnered with the county school system to put their shark fins, their Wi-Fi on our mobile unit. And so we are going
That's-
into those neighborhoods.
That's it right there.
They don't even hardly have to go farther than their
If you
curb.
can do that,
Yeah.
I mean, the city school or the counties are already taking volunteers to drive people around and sit in a
Well, and-
apartment complex with, volunteers sit
I mean,
there
and
for
that's-
3 hours at a time.
And what I would like to do, and I think we will certainly have the funds if we reallocate this $100,000 that we spent on that branch this year. Plus, there's no way we're going to spend our budget on programming this year. Traditionally, I would like to purchase another, what we call the monster. We lovingly call the monster.
Is it drop mic, walk
Yeah,
away?
The NV, it's a Nissan NV 2500. It would cost brand new $35,000. Jim Johnson is looking to see if they can get us a used one for a little less than that. But we would also, in addition to that, because we want to hit as many of those sites as we can, we would also like to buy another Rogue. And what we'd like to do is just deliver items to parents who are homeschooling or doing NTI. And I keep thinking, if Domino's can bring me a $10 pizza, why can I not pull back some of my
That's a
part-time
great
people?
analogy.
And if you check out 10 items, then we'll just bring them to your doorstep.
Wow.
And
No one can argue with service. I mean, that
You're
kind
gonna
of.
deliver, what's your delivery area, basically? Is it
Warren County.
Yeah.
Just. If you'll paint monster backwards across the front. like
We actually, they asked me if they could put a Mr. Monster on one and a Mrs. Monster on the other.
Like
one.
Mr. and Miss Potato
Yes,
Head.
I
Mrs.
guess.
Monster. So you went backwards, Mrs. Monster.
Yeah. But that is our plan, and I guess a formal adoption of that plan to move from this one physical location to an outreach plan that includes satellite locations and additional mobile outreach is what I would like.
And bring the internet on the shark fins
Yeah, well, that's in partnership
with the
County.
county
Mhm.
school system. Okay.
we would do that for the city if they would let us in.
They know better. Let's see. I think I had one more question.
Who owns that building?
The housing authority.
Oh,
You need to
and
buy, in addition, you need to purchase a gun for the next time you meet with Abraham.
It'll
Do
be
you
all right.
need-
but don't worry about that building because people already been coming to him wanting to rent it.
No,
Oh,
I
okay.
don't
No,
understand.
no, I'm
why.
just, that was a very sarcastic, you couldn't see my face.
No,
But
I-
that, to me, that would be an issue, but no, don't worry about that. I already got people coming to me wanting to rent that.
Listen, the whole world's moving this way. The whole world's moving
Absolutely.
away from fixed
Absolutely.
costs,
Have
big
it.
things,
Rent
being
away.
more active towards their.
He hasn't got people
their
lined
people.
up, I guarantee you.
No, no.
He
But
does need
When-
daycare in that
When
area,
can you
but-
when can you make this happen?
Well, we can
Well, that's what we want to talk about is
Immediately,
the
yeah.
timeline.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know, when we went to him, we said spring, we wanted to be gone by spring. I initially, when I typed this today, I put in December, the end of December, which would give us time to move the collections and sort of
Purchase
get set,
the-
and then let him
Get Monster too.
do, you know, sort of line up whatever he wants to line up. So I guess that's what I'm asking. Is that okay if I move it up to December, the end of December? He may say I want it tomorrow, and we'll
Well-
do whatever, but that would be,
And you can do that. December doesn't stretch you too much with everything else
No.
going on. You're okay, okay.
How much?
If
how
you're
much-
okay,
Mhm.
I'm
How much
definitely
do we
okay.
need? How much do we need to pass? How much is just, you run this place, handle it. Do we need to pass anything or
Well,
just let you do your thing?
No, we need to support her by,
We're closing a branch.
yeah, by recording this in our
Okay,
minutes
all right.
that
I
this is
mean,
what we
yeah, I-
want to do.
I mean, I see this as just strictly good management, but, you know.
Yeah. It is, it definitely is exactly that.
Beth, did you have a,
No, it's a win for the community. I don't
Yes,
see any losers, I don't see any losers in this.
Well
Unless,
put.
unless they choose to be. But it's a win for the community at large.
okay,
Alright.
so do we need a motion? You want me to try
Yes.
to say it?
well.
Or no, wait, I can't.
Well, a
Make a
motion
motion
to-
to move the decision to close the branch up to December 31st?
First.
Okay, so
Yes,
we can make
and
that a
adopt-
separate motion
Okay.
if we want.
Is
Well, I mean,
was
there's
there
no-
a platform that we'd
there
already
would-
put out that we're just
Why can't we
approving
just
this?
say to
the overall
implement
platform?
I think the overall plan to move from the physical location to the expansion of outreach services and satellite facilities.
Call it implement plan Monster 2.0
Does
or
that include
something.
the purchase of the vehicle?
It's got,
I like it.
Yes.
I mean, it's got it all, put it all in one big package.
Alright, so we have the purchase of the
it's
vehicles, move it
Operation
into
Monster.
the,
Close the physical branch.
yeah, growing the, Parker Bennett Curry, the Learning Center, and the Boys and Girls Club.
Can we just be generic and say satellite
Yes.
locations? Okay.
Yeah.
Because we don't have approval on all of them yet.
And, let's see, you have to put in, continue working with the Warren County Schools.
Well, I think we just would say expand outreach services
that.
to,
Is there a big bidding process with Monster 2.0 or?
It depends, if we can get it for less than 30,000, not
Okay,
necessarily.
that's the cutoff, okay.
Yeah.
If it's more
The
than,
magic price.
but really, we bid the last one, and it's so narrow that pretty much you go to, Jim Johnson doesn't sell that size vehicle, so we can't buy it here, but we just go to who they recommended in Nashville.
I don't remember
We-
getting more than one bid on the last one.
Wait.
That's all we got, we put it out there,
Or can you
we
get it, what they
advertised
call
it.
single source or whatever it is, what allows you to.
They
do
won't
it.
let us do the vehicles that way,
We have to
Oh,
bid
okay.
vehicles?
yes.
You have to RFP them, yeah, if
Yeah.
it's over
I think
$30,000.
that's the, okay.
Okay, you got it under.
Is that-
Okay, is everything in there?
What we
We
bought
have
was
to do-
stock.
No, we have to do.
Yes,
Yes.
I think so.
Okay.
We didn't do much.
So
just-
the motion is on the floor as we just cobbled together.
Yeah.
Do we have a second?
Yeah.
All in
All that.
favor?
Operation, what you call it?
Operation Monster?
Who made
Operation
that, who
Monster
made that motion?
2.0.
I think I
think-
kind of made the
You
motion.
made it, okay.
Yeah. And Jim seconded it.
Yeah.
And all in favor, say aye. Aye.
I,
Beth? Okay, so that all passes. That's good. And,
Thank you.
a lot of pieces to it, but it's
Yes.
really a great plan.
It's going to be a great plan, and I really think we are going to reach a whole lot more people. Like I said, today was really the first day, and I was talking to one of the ladies that went out today. She said that they had 2 families coming at library card applications for all their people. We've had more than 70 requests for digital online cards today, and so all those things are going
Man,
to
that's
play into that. So
amazing.
I think it's really going to be a good move for our community for
Yeah.
sure. So,
Our CERT team was frantically figuring out how to, because we had a sort of a scheme for how to do digital cards, but it was
Uh-huh.
sort of predicated on one person doing it.
Yes.
because it's been that kind of slow. I mean,
Yeah.
we could do it.
Until it
So
wasn't.
many that came in today was like, okay, we got to spread this out.
Yeah.
And they had to come up with a whole new
Exactly.
scheme for doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They came in and they said, what's your expectations for turnaround time on digital cards? I said, my expectation is a day, but, you know, it can be
Talk to me.
adjusted.
Okay, excellent. What else you got?
Whew.
Another,
Honestly,
Now you get to still deal with him. We just passed it, so you get to spread the bad news.
yeah, I'll share the bad news. But you know, and it may be, you know, that he's calmed down, but we'll see.
he has that girl.
Yes, Ashkia has
Yes.
been very good to work with, and she's very excited. She actually made a request, because we were saying, you know, what are the things you need? We you know, we've got all these materials. We've got, you know, what are the types of things that your students need? And she actually, she said, she was talking, and then she said, well, if there's just any way we had graphing calculators. Yeah, I'm like, we can get those. We can circulate those.
Wow.
And I mean, all you have to do is work with us and talk to us,
Yeah.
and we can.
And that's awesome to start out like that.
Mm.
She asked for the things she needed,
Mm.
and you responded positively,
Yeah.
and that's
So
great.
I think in the long run, everybody's going to be happy with it. But
Well,
it's-
I'm
we'll
just
have to get
ready
over
for
the
that day.
rough patch.
Okay.
So anyway, I don't have a whole lot else. I have not even read the team report.
Oh,
I'm
I
sorry.
started looking at it.
Um,
I have a question.
But okay, go right ahead.
Okay, so into team reports. What is security gates for the new entrance?
So what we had before was the entrance at the main library onto State Street was just an emergency exit.
Right. Alarms will sound.
At the end of this renovation, actually probably in the middle of this renovation, we're going to change to it being a fully normal entrance and exit for patrons.
Oh,
So in order to accomplish that and keep our collection still secure, we
Yeah.
set up new gates there.
okay. Thank you.
Sure.
Will there be an additional entrance exit with the new construction, other than what you're doing here?
Oh, the State Street will be the additional. Yeah.
I mean, we'll still have just.
So it'll be the parking lot one
Just
and the
two.
State Street.
Okay.
Correct.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We will have a better update tomorrow on the actual construction. Right now, thinks they're going to pour footers by Wednesday for the admin offices. The slab for the new children's program space has already been poured. But apparently, along with tab, other things are hard to get. So.
You know, Dr. Pepper's the next one supposed to go down the tube.
Yeah, I know. But
I was wondering why you're drinking Dr. Pepper instead of Tab.
I'm on my last pack of tabs, so if anybody sees any anywhere. Somebody
Yeah,
told me
but-
they saw some a couple of weeks ago at Kroger and they bought all of them. They went to all 4 and bought them all. But I haven't seen it.
How did y'all go?
Oh,
It
it
got
didn't.
rained out.
It's rescheduled.
The day that all the flooding happened downtown, that's the day that Jaws was scheduled. So it's rescheduled for September
18.
18th. Yes, thank you. Because there's a lot of people excited about it, me being one of those people.
I know. That's why I knew when it was happening.
So, yeah. I will say, Mary McDonough emailed me yesterday, and she's doing a story time for us. So,
Very cool.
if you have any other ideas for community people to do story times, let us know. She said she would actually even put on makeup for us. Which is, you know, hard these days. But there's a lot going on, but I feel like it's some of the same things we've talked about this summer already. I think things here have been going really well. We've had really very few problems with.
Have you run out of
Yes.
buttons? You're still making buttons?
We've reordered
600 as of this.
as of that. Well,
Uh-huh. It's probably
we're
more.
closer to 800
Oh,
now
man.
on buttons. And people have been very excited and appreciative of the buttons.
I think they're great. I love
Got some good publicity out of
Yes.
it.
the outreach report. July and August have been awesome blurs of outreach.
Yeah. That is the absolute truth.
Um,
Yeah. And we've, it's fun. They've not been shy about trying just about anything for outreach. And be on the lookout. These campfire stories. That's
Yeah.
our next online series.
I
That's
saw
coming
that.
up. That we're taking submissions for campfire stories. But Courtney and Laura Beth went one day last week to Clarksville, Tennessee, to try to film something on the Bell Witch. And the park or whatever was closed, but they climbed fences and then went to the city hall, and somebody said, you need to talk to so-and-so. And so-and-so came and talked to him and took him to backyard graveyards, and apparently was the historian on the
So
Bell
cool.
family. So it's going to be awesome. So
Gonna tell ghost stories?
tell them ghost stories. Yeah, and Courtney was going to go this past weekend to Wakefield. Is that right? No. The sanitarium in Louisville.
Yeah.
Oh,
I went to a 3-day, years ago, I believe it was a 3-day storytelling festival.
Yeah.
And the first day were all, what do you call 100-year-old people?
oh, centenarians or
Yeah.
something like that.
Besides old. What do you call it? Besides old. You had to be old
Yeah.
to tell a story, and they told, and it went to one of the historic homes there in Louisville. And then the next day was on the bill of Louisville, and the stories had to be related. And then that night went to a cemetery
Cool.
somewhere, and they told ghost stories.
Yeah. That's very cool.
It's crazy, all the stories.
Well, did you happen to see the one with Ruth Stewart?
Oh,
The story with Ruth Stewart?
talking
Oh.
about,
Yes, it's the back porch pop-ups.
yes.
She has her husband's POW journal.
This is Buster Stewart's dad.
Yes. And they gave them to all of the POWs in Germany during World War II. They gave out 40,000 of them. There are only 13 that they know of that
Oh.
still exist. And other people helped him carry it so that he could maintain it. And she said it's going to be donated, I think, to a place in New Orleans, maybe.
Might be.
But it is fascinating, and you should go back and look for Ruth Stewart's. It was really interesting. There's some interesting stories around.
Yeah.
There are.
Oh, yeah.
Just the
World War
aviation
II?
Heritage
It
Park.
was about, it was a World War II.
Yeah,
I knew there was one in
Yeah.
New Orleans there. That makes sense.
Yeah, and I'm dying to go there.
Mhm.
There's a lot of stuff.
So,
Storytelling's pretty cool.
we need to go out and get a piece done on the new
The
Marine
new
One.
Marine One?
Marine One?
That would be great. Bob Pitchford is the one that kind of knows all the story of it.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
And he's gonna speak at Rotary
Yeah.
about it, if you guys want him for Kiwanis.
Mhm.
He, it's supposed to be an awesome
Yeah,
story.
he went around, he was a big speaker on, what was her name?
Yeah.
The pilot.
Oh, from Glasgow?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Willa.
Willa.
Yeah,
Brown.
Willa Brown. Yeah, now, yeah, he's kind of, he's a pretty good spokesman for the park.
Yeah.
He'll rattle on.
You've got a few good spokesmen for that
Yeah.
park.
Yeah.
He would be a really good
Yeah.
one to do that. Okay, any other business? Everybody, if you get a chance, read through what's going on, because it'll knock your socks off again.
I don't know how you can do all that wearing this thing. I mean, the condition that.
It's funny because you go places and hear people fuss about it, and I'm like, I am so used to wearing it now.
Are you?
Because we wear it at work all
Yeah.
day, every day.
Well, I mean, the thing, but the idea of
Yeah.
with the COVID going on and everything, how in the hell
Oh.
can you
Get all
do
this done.
that?
I
Yeah.
know.
Because I work with the most spectacular people in the world. I really do. It's been amazing. And again, you know, you sit and listen to the listserv and listen to people whine and complain and bemoan and, oh, we're finally gonna do curbside service, or we might open by appointment only, or.
And Lisa's reining them in.
And, you know, my people are like, what more can we do?
Yeah.
So,
It's amazing and I love it. I'm gonna, ask Jeff Reed if he would do a story time
oh yeah.
and like play an instrument to be
That'd be
part of
awesome.
it or something like that would be really
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially, we need to for him to do it quick before Friday.
You know, rain, Hurricane Laura
Oh,
is
that
supposed
gonna?
to be coming up and being here Friday and Saturday.
Oh.
Also, the rain date.
Well, I was gonna say the rain dates, because
The next
Kiwanis
day.
is parking cars.
Are you really? Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Well,
But I didn't think about that,
I'll give him a call.
yeah. But
That
we
would
could
be
certainly,
awesome.
would certainly love to do a happy birthday to them.
Yeah, happy 20th.
Are you going to the concert?
I am, yep.
I don't know, I'm going, my tickets are still laying there. There ain't-
Alright.
I don't know.
Unless there's a monsoon.
They've got some really good protocols, and I'm in that Elm Street, we kind of have our own little place, which, the place holds 2,000 people, and they're expecting less than 200, so
Oh, yeah.
if we
Well,
mind our P's and Q's. Is there any other business? God, you guys are awesome, thank you for your time. Beth,
Thank
you
you.
are amazing to zoom
Beth
in with
is
us.
amazing.
Thank you.
Beth?
amen.
And I guess I don't see anything changing, we'll probably be back here in September.
That would be my guess.
Yeah. All right, do we have a motion for adjournment? Beth?
So moved.
Thank you.
Amen. I'll second that.
And the meeting is adjourned. Thank
Hey,
you all.
Beth, we may by then have, we're working on our first 3 campaigns.